Long story short, CIBC lost how much money?
That is 14 million.
What? People falling for money scams?
Yes, it's crazy.
It's not possible to stop it, but the digital ones, those are bother me the most.
Yeah, and because the thing is, the same people getting robbed over and over and over again. Before I used to feel sorry for people, but now if you go 3 times and you get robbed by the same person every single time, something wrong with you.
What was the worst one I ever had that somebody lost? 500,000
$50.
Wow.
What the hell? No.
Shivam, you could take that money and go and buy things and sell it over.
Yeah, you might just take that and go to a casino and gamble it if you want. Like, you might make more money that way. Like, what the hell wrong with some people?
Buy
Open a
Bitcoin
business,
or
do something.
A special episode of the Training Tech Cast, because when we have interviews, that's because we're on vacation. So more than likely, Akeem somewhere where it's pretty cold right now, and I am somewhere in the bush with scouts. But when the episode airs, you will be listening to the wonderful voice of myself, Akeem, and the one and only Shivam Tiloksing. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks again, guys. Always a pleasure.
Friend of the show, cause you always have the tea. Like your children be like, clock that tea. And we are real thing to talk about. Cause lots of stuff happening you would think after Shivam posts 10,000 videos, lose our account, start back a new account, and then post another 10,000 videos about scams and hacks and them kind of thing, that people would be a little more vigilant. But apparently not. They just do more. So we're gonna jump straight into it, boy. Let's talk CIBC. Well, you probably made it this far in the podcast. That means you probably like technology a lot and like to at least hear us talk about technology. And that also means you may know somebody or somebody who knows somebody or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants a website built or an app built or some sort of technology integrated in their business. If you want to help them out, you could send them to Make It Simple TT, send them to us. And we have business services that range from building websites to building apps to invoicing systems to ensuring that technology is used in your company, to installation of routers, buying things online. So you could check us out, 308-8799. You could check our services out, or you could go to makeitsimplett.com and see some of the things that we've done, and maybe give a recommendation to our website built or something like that. Okay, long story short, CIBC lost how much money?
That is 14 million.
Yeah, 14,811,000 was transferred from the bank suspense processing account to other external accounts. And they only accounted for 5 million of that. The other 9.4 million they couldn't find. That was up to like 12 days ago. So that would be up to the start of the month, start of July. Yeah. So the word on the street is, I heard that there is a WhatsApp message somebody sent, and the person in the bank just kind of like responded to the WhatsApp message with authorization or some kind of thing like that. Or tell me what happened.
I don't understand why they would be using like WhatsApp to deal these type of internal matters, and the way that they were comfortable enough saying that, they did it via WhatsApp, that kind of thing, shows that they may have been doing this in the past, being comfortable enough to saying, yeah, we're going to transfer X amount of money to this person, do this request, that kind of thing. And you're not doing it in like formal capacity where, you send an email at
like
least,
an email,
and you see 10 million people, because it's not big amount of money. It's not between me and the boss, you're a financial institution, you're a bank. I can't understand that. There's a lot of different security protocols going at risk there.
Yeah, even if you don't want to do it via email, use like Teams or something that's officially on your work.
Go and meet the person in person. Go and meet in person. But how?
Okay, I want to trace it down from a granular level, right? Mm-hmm. So the attacker says I want to get money transferred to multiple accounts, or it was one account? It was spread out.
I think it was one account. I don't think it was spread out.
Okay, all right. So $14 million going to one account. That is what you're saying. That is what we're ruling with, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Now, you send a message to the manager or whoever the person is who is authorized to do this, and you impersonate somebody else from the bank, right? Obviously, I'd impersonate somebody else from the bank to make it seem legitimate, right? You impersonate that person by cloning the SIM, using the same profile picture, whatever it is, and all that drama. And the manager, because they trust this person, gives the okay to do it. Now, for the manager to give the okay to do it, they probably have to send some credentials, or they have to log into the system and say yes, or whatever the case is, right? So that means the attacker would have had to have some sort of insight into how their system works and know that this particular person is the one person that could click yes, okay, and the transfer would happen, right?
Yeah, they will have done some research into like who is the managing director, who is the CEO, who's X, Y, and Z in the organization, because that's public facing information. So if I'm really going to like do social engineering to someone, I would research the victim, I would research the target, I would find out all the information that I could find out. Especially right now in Trinidad, well, throughout the world, they're spoofing a lot of WhatsApp accounts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're spoofing a lot of accounts, they're spoofing a lot of emails. You may get an email showing that coming from your own email address where they're threatening you, telling you different things. They're just spoofing the server basically. And they're making it look like you're emailing yourself or they have access to your accounts. Just try to scare you. So all that's going on. It's crazy.
Okay. So that's one thing, right? So in terms of the bank account number that the person tell them to send to, that should be a red flag to the manager.
Yeah, all those things should have been red flags, to be honest. And even like, if they're saying that they can't really get back most of the money, that means you should have been able to trace it somehow. I would assume so.
Well, according to the article, they said it was in a suspense account, which is a temporary holding area for cash that cannot be classified or properly understood by a bank's accounting system. So I think I know what a suspense account is. It's kind of like the bank can't use it yet. Mm-hmm. So somebody sending money, so it's in a state where it still have to be verified before it could be used in the accounting system. I'll probably ask Gemini now to explain what a suspense account is to them. But multiple accounts, the things were sent to. So according to the article, sources further disclosed that several of the accounts were eventually closed and money returned to the bank. However, up to yesterday, an estimated 9.8 million remained accounted for. So it doesn't seem like it's one actual account it went to. It seems like it was something in the system that was set up to send to multiple accounts, and somebody just had to say yes. But still, how it happening on WhatsApp though? That's the question we gotta come back to. Is it that like you think companies trust WhatsApp so much that they do really, really confidential things on WhatsApp and we just getting away with it?
I think it has become the norm, especially in some corporate entities in Trinidad where people are more laid back, so they rather just communicate on WhatsApp instead of Teams, instead of like other platforms that they're supposed to use that the company, like IT people would say, yeah, use X, Y, and Z to do so. Because to me, it's confusing, because I know some companies that are staying away from WhatsApp and all these things because of all the phishing attacks, all the spoofing and all these things that are happening currently. I mean, a company that I know, they do away with WhatsApp. Like, you're not allowed to talk on WhatsApp. They block WhatsApp access, that kind of thing as well. You're only supposed to send communications via Outlook or Teams. That's it, straight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because how they do it is like you get a company device that is managed under the company domain and everything. Yeah. So they can see everything, they know everything that's going on, and they don't want you to be talking sensitive information outside.
Yeah. Like the next thing I see the aftermath, they say they're going to introduce more security measures, but you could introduce some more security measures if the person using WhatsApp.
Exactly.
And yeah.
And the most the more famous thing happening, especially in Trinidad, is all those phishing attacks that are happening for WhatsApp, where they're taking control of your WhatsApp accounts and they're using the information that they have on your WhatsApp to try and scam people or try to target other persons. So
yeah. That's the one where somebody will call you and ask you for the code because
basically
they're from WhatsApp or they're from wherever and they want you to give them the code so that they could secure your account or whatever, and you put the code in and it's the same code that happens when you try to install WhatsApp. When you spoof a SIM card, you put it, and you basically transfer the whole WhatsApp account to that new account. Yeah, I had to help somebody resolve that problem. It took about 3 weeks for them to get back their WhatsApp, but WhatsApp seemed to be aware of it.
Like with that too, right? I think, I don't know, you could probably answer the Shivam. In terms of those spoofers, it tend to be older people that they target, or older people that get catch more. Or
it's a mixture actually, because I have a lot of younger persons reaching out to me saying that they WhatsApp get hacked, that kind of thing. So a lot of people just be doing this and they don't have no idea what's happening. Like I don't understand what's be going through some person's mind when they click these links or they even give out the information without a second thought. You know? Yeah, but it's a lot. Like, let me say, even like mid-20s to 30s, like that age group too. Yeah, it happens to them.
I know a 19-year-old get catch. The story was, however, that the person was like half asleep and they answered the phone and thought it was something, and they look at the phone and get the code and went back and sleep, and then when they wake up in the next morning, WhatsApp gone. One set of messages getting sent to all kind of people from that number, and they had to like broadcast to everybody that they get hacked. But I checked through the suspense accounting. Usually a suspense account happens when you have unidentified deposit, which is somebody sent money to the bank but you don't know where it came from, or the account number is incorrect. So that get held in a suspense account. Partial payments, if you're paying piece of a loan or some obligation and you're waiting for the full amount to be paid, a suspense account will have it. And incomplete transfers, where somebody has to send multiple payments but they only send piece, because suspense accounts are there for the bank to keep the books balanced as much as possible. If you have money that are unaccounted for, the system will not be balanced. And whenever a system not balanced, the bank will have a red flag. So they had $14 million in a suspense account, which is not I don't think it'll be impossible for a bank so big, because they're based in Canada, right? Yeah, they're based in Canada. 14 million TT dollars. That don't really move a needle that big for them. And it could be people from Canada who are business persons who have interest in Trinidad and Tobago that using this bank, of course.
It's true. Yeah.
But the fallout from it though, well, you know better than us for sure that the fallout from the TSTT hack has resulted in nothing substantial so far, right? They ever do they ever publish the findings of what's the people by?
I don't think they ever publish the independent consultants that I don't think they ever published anything, because I never found anything about that. But that was like a floodgate. This is 2023 was a floodgate of scams, hacks, all these other things trying to flood throughout the Caribbean, not only in Trinidad and other parts of the Caribbean as well. Because there was only TSCT, it was like Massey. I think Massey had gotten hacked, Price Mart, and a couple other Unicom and a couple other places.
Yeah. We like every other week has got a text message from Republic Bank saying my account compromised.
Yeah, and that's a big thing happening right now too.
Yeah.
Every other day has got a message say watch out for phishing attacks. Because they just keep pushing it on people now. And well, I'm glad that at least people know the word phishing. At least they do. Yeah, so the fallout from the CIBC, who gonna nobody gonna take the fall for that. Nobody gonna get any investigation or any public thing, because it comes back to what you talk about all the time, which is the Data Act, the 2012 one that never get updated, never get passed, partially. It was partially debated, but it was never, the bill was never passed into law.
Cybercrime, the Data Protection Act, that is an outdated one. It's from like 2011, I think.
Yeah, 2011, 2012. Yeah, we had checked it back some time ago. there is no law, there's no watchdog for it, and therefore nobody is going to be held accountable for it. So persons who bank with these people will just have to just sit down and be like, them man does authorize my payments via WhatsApp. That is what going on here. And then you ask yourself, should I take action, like go to another bank or whatnot? But then again, it could be happening in other institutions too.
Definitely.
And without any data protection act or any sort of accountability or responsibility for your actions, it will continue. So like that, I know that does bother you. But you know of any steps that people taken to do more for security?
I don't know, government come in, government go, government whatever. I think that's supposed to be like one of the most foundational things that you would do when you come into government or anything like that for the sort before you start to push other agendas. But I understand it's complicated for some people, but at least try and do something or try to develop something. Hell, I even posted on LinkedIn what you gotta do, do it.
If it have no consequences, we ain't gonna do it.
And that's the problem.
Think of children. If children do see a clear consequence, they have no motivation to do it because there is no desire to do more work for no gain or no avoidance of a consequence. But a WhatsApp message authorizing a large payment, that's a little above average. Like that's
like,
egregious.
You don't even have to consider the whole hacking thing that happened. Just doing that on a regular, that should not be possible. Like, that should not be the norm for you to just say, yeah, I'm gonna WhatsApp them and we're gonna authorize these payments for $14 million. Nah. It's not supposed to work like that.
It's supposed to be that the two people, one person has to log in and authorize it on the system, and the next person has to counter authorize it before they sign. Because basic business banking does have that. Like, if you have a business account and you're in a partnership, or like it's two people have to log into your account, one person had to post it and the next person have to approve it.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that based on how you set up your accounts. It has some accounts where either or could do it.
Okay. Well, all right, I see IBC. That was kind of straightforward. It was a WhatsApp message. It was a phishing attack. For those of you who listen and you know what we're talking about, somebody impersonated somebody else. Most likely, because we don't know exactly. We thought Shivam would know exactly, but he didn't know.
I mean, there are things I know about. I'm not going to say because he had some individuals.
That's good to know. That's good to know. All right, let's move on to the latest scams now. Because people still getting catch with the I could multiply your money by 200-fold. I could give you 300% on whatever you invest. And I almost to the point where it is impossible to stop. If it were possible to stop, it would have stopped already. People falling for money scams.
Yes.
Like it's not
crazy.
It's not possible to stop it. But how the digital ones, those ones bother me the most.
Yeah, because the same people getting robbed over and over and over again.
Yeah, like I was telling Andre this, and you could comment on it too, right? I don't think it's just people that are ignorant to the fact of how the things does work. It are people who know exactly how it does work, and they're just greedy, and they just want to go in early, so they know. Because they don't know if they're going early enough to get through. Exactly. So it's a mixture of both people ignorant and people greedy and don't know exactly how it does work.
And some people just plain dotish. Sorry. Before I used to feel sorry for people. Yeah. But now, if you go 3 times and you get robbed by the same person every single time, something wrong with you.
Was the worst one I ever had that somebody ever approached you to, because they know they'll come by you to ask you to expose them or do this or
like
all that kind of thing?
Monetarily, the amount?
The amount?
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't have to call any names.
they didn't have enough money to pay me to find certain people.
No. How much they paying you? How much money somebody lost? And
Somebody lost 500,000
Wow.
TT dollars. Yeah.
what the hell? Like somebody invest.
The mortgage house. Yeah.
No.
Shivam, you could take that money and go and buy things and sell it over. Open a business and you go make something on it.
You might just take that and go to a casino and gamble it if you want. Like, you might make more money that way. Like, what the hell wrong with some people?
Buy
Open a
Bitcoin
business,
or
do something.
500,000. And you're saying the person remortgaged the house? They refinance the house?
Yeah, they refinance the house. And they can't
Believe
make payments anymore.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Don't call any names. Don't point any
I don't
fingers.
call no names.
All
I
right.
just say it.
And
They never make any return on it. They didn't get no money back from it.
Nope.
go on with the wind. Go on
Go with the
wind.
wind.
So a case like that, right?
Yeah.
Did they, apart from coming to you, did they pursue it with the police or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of these individuals who have gotten scammed or robbed, they went to the police. I'm not sure, like, in terms of how they're gonna be investigated and stuff like that. But you know, you willingly give away your money over to somebody with no contract, nothing. It's just like, here, look, money. We're gonna take the crypto. We're gonna invest it for you. You're gonna make some money. You're gonna build bank. Because that's what these spokesperson is. He's everything for you is building bank. That's what he is, build bank.
All right. Okay. Now, have you ever had any repeat persons got caught repeatedly, and the same person came back to you 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, 6 months later, and be like, hey, what you could do for me?
Yeah, that happened. Like, since it had this one individual since Get GXL, they was cussing me and whatever. And then when Get crashed, they came back to me. Then they went and do some other kind of thing, and then they come back saying, do you know about this particular scam? Because they lost, it wasn't much, they lost like 8,000 TT. And then most recently, they lost 25K. And they come back again. I was like, I blocked them.
One of the weirdest ones is where there's be like, so what you think about this one? And it'd be like, it's the same thing. Why are you asking me for? Like, the reason you're coming and asking me is because you're not sure. Because you could clearly see that there are red flags, but you're like, so what about this one? Or what about that one? And I can imagine the amount that you just get. I just get like one or two ever so often from probably, you know, people who think, well, okay, I could send a DM and shoot my shot and see what it is.
And it's how they market it to these people. They would just go on TikTok and be like, hey guys, you know, I used to be poor, I used to be X, Y, and Z, but now I'm living my best life and I'm doing this and I'm doing that kind of thing. And they do it, and they say, how would you like to make money? Make always 10 times X your money by using your phone to earn cash and crypto, and it's not investment because you're uploading it on the platform and the platform is gonna pay you. You're not sending me money, you're sending the platform money.
Go ahead and talk. I'll give me a second. I'm coming back there.
Boy, it's be crazy, yeah. Very true.
Yeah,
And I don't understand, like...
I mean, any background, as they say, it's any platform money, but who control any platform in the background?
Oh, that's the whole thing. Like, even these scammers, like from Nigeria and stuff that messaging you to invest crypto, they own the platforms. They build those platforms. So they tell you, like, they would put, like, it had a fake account with me, right?
Yeah.
On Telegram and stuff like that. And I find this scammer. But he basically built up that platform. When you upload the money, it's going straight to a particular wallet. And that is it there. You're not getting back some money.
Yeah. I mean, like I do a little digging to any past, you know, and I could have find exactly where they get the platform from. Like it had a site.
Some copy and paste ones.
Yeah, you could go and pay for the actual code or whatever, and you just go and edit it. And
it's just copy and paste websites.
Yeah, and
that's what they're doing, right? True.
And you could actually manipulate the payouts, like, okay, say 10x, how much X, add the different packages, and then you could actually show people, hey, you had $1,000, it turned to 2,000, then 3,000.
Exactly.
So, what are you talking about? The cookie cutter websites?
Yeah, basically. Like the scamming.
Yeah.
They don't call it scamming platform, but it's out there. You could, that's
the investment platforms is investment.
Yeah, investments. That is good. I
I mean, honestly, guys, I think like people are so desperate to try and get a win in this sense because everything that's going on in the country, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, we all kind of had a little hope like we will get through, we will do something. So that's why they just kind of grasp onto it instead of facing like reality and saying like, right, let me go plant garden, let me go and walk taxi, let me go and try and do something with myself.
Was okay, give me the timeline and names from like 2021, 2022 is when these things kind of started to balloon, right?
Yeah.
Was he names? I know Trill what? It's Trillium.
What trillions? You don't know what
Trillions. I don't know, I've never seen one of the videos.
No, them was more recent. So it had Rose Capital, was a whole scene by itself. That is the whole Karen Rose fella, and that is a whole not the digital marketer guy. Right? Yeah, this is a different one. And then it had Primordial. Person said that he owned Primordial or something like that, I'm not sure. And then after had Trillions, right? But within the Primordial era, it had like GXL and had a couple other these crypto platforms that was just popping up because everybody was trying to get USDT, which was the crypto of choice to go on and invest into, or if you want to trade or if you want to sell. That's what they would have do. You would have go buy Trillions, you would have pay your money, you would have get USDT, or you would have sell your USDT to them and get your TT dollars from them, basically. I have other places that were doing it apart from them, but all of them came off. So only talking about them now is because there was real doing it.
But they all have the same MO, right? Create a TikTok account. Make yourself look like you're living the best life now, and then catch a few people and then ghost them.
Yeah. But some of these platforms have a capital. So that capital, they'll basically pay out, right? Payouts make you get a little greedy, make you want to reinvest right through. And then
right. Okay.
That's what get GXL did, basically.
So they actually have a payout for like the first early adopters, and then those early adopters go and create a TikTok account and say, hey, this thing worked for me. And
exactly.
it get like 100K views on TikTok, and then everybody was like, oh, okay, cool. Then they flock to the original TikTok account, and then they realize the original TikTok account don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Well, no, they flock to the original TikTok account, set up whatever they had to set up, sign up for whatever it is, and then when they go back, they realize the account don't exist, the WhatsApp number not working, and your money transfer gone.
When Get crashed, it had like a fake person called Betty was messaging people in different countries saying that they get hacked because of Trinidad and Tobago, or if you're in Jamaica, because of people in Jamaica, and we have to basically say we have to go now.
We have to. It's like some. We have to go. That's like the horde. We have to leave now. We have to find a new parasite.
Yes.
So it's bank transfers again. People to do, or they taking cash and depositing it in it somewhere.
They're taking crypto.
No, how you investing? No, how you investing?
You buy a cryptocurrency and you transfer it to their wallet to make it
right. So that means these people had
to
to have some sort of digital footprint.
Yeah.
To get the crypto.
I think you could have go to them with cash too, like they'll get.
I mean, like Trillions. Yeah, you go to Trillions. Was all about Trillions who ads on CNC3 and thing. Serious.
Yeah, I see it.
Sponsoring cricket, all kind of drama. You go buy them with your cash, they turn it to USDT, they transfer it to your crypto wallet, and you take that and do what you have to do with it.
But where you going with the cash? Like you're meeting them where it had like
they have different centers. They had like one in San Fernando. It had a
legitimate center like with a sign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? Well, I don't know nothing about this, boy. I didn't know that they exist. Well, after I hear you talking about it, I was like, okay, they exist, but somehow them things not coming up on my feed. Granted that my social media game is very tailored to whatever I want to see, because I consider myself intelligent enough to manage my social media. So I never see one of the videos, boy, but I hear so much about it.
Yeah, I had plenty of videos with that. And then decided to do more into like the Forex trading and stuff like that more recently.
Yeah.
And they did the whole university. What the university is? Teaching you how to trade Forex, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, now that's the bad side. You ever help anybody and they were so grateful and they now have become like a evangelist for it and they want to help other people or they realize, you know,
Wait,
I don't want
like,
to,
stay
I don't
away
want
from
to,
it?
yeah, I don't want anybody else get catch with this and they're real talking to their family members and all them kind of thing like that.
I mean, it have a couple of them because it have a couple of persons reach out because the uncle and the aunt was going to invest and they showed them the video
Yeah.
or whatever video I had up and they was like, nah, don't do it, and they didn't do it. And then after
Okay.
the platform crashed right after. So there
Okay.
have a lot of persons I talk out of doing it, but again, it's at your own risk. And even though I tell you not to do it, people will still go and do it.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm
yeah.
sure you get a lot of abuse online or even threats or
Yeah,
stuff
people
like that.
cussing me, telling me all kind of stupid. And I'm like, bro, what you cussing me for? Use a big man, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You said, you're listening to my opinion. If my opinion not making sense to you and you want to go and waste your money, you waste your money. That's not my problem anymore.
Jeez. Wow. That real bothering me. It bothering me because one, people in a real desperate state because the jobs and thing real hard to get and it hard to get the standard of living that the standard of life that you want to have. You're really trying your best to try to get it. And two, people don't learn from the errors, from the scams. And that real concerning. Because if I work real hard and I get $8,000 and I lost it once on somebody that's supposed to invest, why I going to take $5,000 and do it again? It's almost like gambling.
It's like gambling, but you win by the same man every time. And you know you robbing you.
Cause like it have like one of them have a recent post, right? And that was, as you say, after it had a whole big thing where nobody didn't get payout, right? And they had the comments on, and it had people in the comments who still positive about something happening. It's like, yeah, he say wait until this date, you know, that's holy strain, you'll get through. And in my mind, I was like, after all this, you still believe you're going to get anything?
I want to believe he created fake accounts just to see them. It's a comment.
Yeah, because
like, bro, yeah.
How you can still, I don't know, I guess it's you desperately want to think so because you invest so much money, you can't fathom that you're just going to lose it just so.
He manifesting it come true.
Yeah. I guess, the great belief, yes, the great belief. No.
And that same money you could have invested into a double stand or something and make some money.
Do something, doubles, I say plant garden, open something. You could literally go and buy something cheap, sell it for make $10, $20
yeah, but that requires work. We are allergic to work in a lot of spheres. Work because there are other people who make plenty money. We get vexed because they making plenty money, but you probably don't see. Well, in some cases, people making the money not legitimately, which is true. But in some cases, you see people and you're like, you don't know how much work they put into getting what they have, and you just want to get out to now. But that's the same classism and kind of thing like that. But I glad that you're trying, boy. I glad that you're trying because at that point in time when I used to post plenty videos and thing, whenever I touch on these topics, I used to just get so annoyed with the comments. Like, so annoyed with the comments. Like, bro, I trying to help all you here. I trying to give, like, good information about things that, you know, make sense or whatnot. And all you just come in the comments and be like, wild, boy. That's, you see what I mean? Wild. And you dealing with that on a daily basis. Consistently. And
honestly, I stopped checking comments and I just, if I post a video, I stopped trying to fight or put it.
You reach social media nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana, where you just be like, I just go and put it out there and it could do what it had to do because what if it have a comment that actually matters?
I would watch time to time. If somebody send me the comment, somebody I know might send me a comment and be like, hey, you see this comment? Then I might go and reply to it.
Okay. Understand. Yeah, because going through the comments, I get you. So then what are you doing to help? Because I see that you're trying to put some things in place with some courses, with some some educational things for both adults and teenagers, children, those sort of things. So talk to them about that, and let me see if like I could create some shorts from this that will actually push people to the fact that, hey, if you are digitally unaware, Shivam could help you. Yeah.
I mean, I used to teach from before to like the kids and adults, like Microsoft Office and stuff, but I created like different courses now that would help in terms of like identifying scams, identifying certain things in terms of hacks. So I developed into like a boot camp, basically. And I would use real life examples to show you the red flags of these things and why you should stay away. Because, I mean, you could pay money for the course, and the same money you pay from the course, you could take it and go and invest in something else, like these kind of crazy people. But literally, I want to make sure people are educated on it, because I do lots of that videos for free, right? And they're showing you're not listening, or pay the money and you'll listen again. You'll listen.
That's
one thing I want to do.
That's true. I have that same experience. I'll have all my content about IT on YouTube, and a child will just not watch it, but they will want to come to the class and be like, "Wait, you are a really good teacher." I'll be like, if you really wanted to, you could get a 1 in IT without coming to my class, right? And they'd be like, "Yeah, but I'm paying for it." I'll be like, "All right, cool. So what's the different curriculums or courses you come up with, and give a little snapshot?
Yeah, so it's our bootcamp. The bootcamp is just for scams and hacks and stuff that is more for adults, and it have one particularly for like teenagers coming up who are on social media, navigating different things. And when I say scams and hacks, is apart from the investment scams, is more about like the hacks that are happening with phishing when it comes to like the whole Republic Bank thing, showing you how they do it, why they're doing it, which areas that they're trying to attack more to, especially now in the Caribbean, they're attacking more to the insurance industry as well, to try and do certain things. Apart from that, it have like a basic course for kids as well as teens. Within that course, apart from using traditional Microsoft Office, etc., I teaching them a little bit on how to use AI responsibly, right? I'm not showing them use AI to go and answer all these questions for your schoolwork, whatever. I want to show them how to use it responsibly in terms of like how it can help you in your everyday life, how it can help you expand on an idea that you may have, and that sort of thing. Same thing in like the Microsoft Office courses that I do. I don't just tell them this is a test and you have to do X, Y, and Z. I give them a project. You own a business. Basically, within this, you name your business. You use Microsoft Word to create a description of your business. You use PowerPoint to create a slide to sell me your business. You use Excel to create basic accounts for your business. So I will show them how to do up the daily expenditures and stuff, and they could understand and have like a realization of how they're gonna do it later on when they want to start a business or even starting to work somewhere. So they're getting practical hands-on use for it.
Yeah, in my profession, it's called out a SBA. But they didn't.
SBA.
They didn't do it in school, so they can't pay to do it now.
It's fun. They love it.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. There's love it once it implemented properly. I applaud you, and I'm real glad that you taken up the fight to be like a voice of technology for the world. But before we move on, before we close off. You tell me I apply to be an independent senator. That's true?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I did apply. I sent a letter to the president and everything, but the feedback that I got is that they did consider it. Like 1 or 2 persons did consider it, but I'm not gonna get that.
Why?
Yeah, like in my mind, I think they just have the people that don't
They have the people.
Okay.
Yeah. They want to put a wild card who actually gonna talk the truth and that kind of thing and actually try and help the country. They're not gonna do that.
Wait. We getting into some rare air here. Like, so what you're saying is, apply to be an independent senator because you know about technology a lot and you think that your input with respect to your technological knowledge would be necessary when bills are passed, because of course an independent senator's job is to speak from a particular expertise to make sure that when laws are passed, it actually does not overlook certain parts of society or certain things, right? No.
Yeah, exactly.
You would be an independent senator that would say, yes, it is good for you all to implement this system, but have you all considered cybersecurity? Have you all considered what will happen if this data is not encrypted properly? Have you all considered what will happen? Well, that case, right? That's your mantra. You think it have any representation for technology in the Senate?
Not really. I think the Minister of AI could potentially bring some sort of light to it because he's young at the end of the day and he has some little background in technology in that regard. So, all respect and due respect to him. But I don't think like within the entirety of the Senate right now, there's barely any individuals who understand cybersecurity or even understand technology as a whole or how technology is actually growing.
And I think that puts us in a bad place.
And that's both independent opposition and government senators.
Every single section you hit, the same thing.
I went through the upper house, which is the Senate, and I looked at the people and their profile and their bios and all those sort of things. What you tend to have a lot of people who were lawyers. You have people who were in media. You have people who were in business, and you have people who are in humanities and education or arts or some kind of thing like that, right? Generally, that's the spread. But I don't think, as far as I know, based on my checks and the bios that I've seen, that there is anybody who has a solid background in technology who is either on either side of the Senate or the independent. And that's scary.
I think that, but then too, I think that is our fault.
Why?
Because technology people, I think a lot of technology people don't like that type of limelight or that type of setting.
But look, Shivam apply.
Yeah, I'm a volunteer basically.
Well, like Shivam, me and you, for a long time was only the only technology people online. And it have a lot of technology people in Trinidad. So for the most part, I don't think technology people like forward facing, like media based. There are some writers that does write on plenty of the articles that we get.
Mark, I think his name. Mark, I forget his last name.
Yeah. Lindersley. Yeah. There are some people that in the press that just write articles on those other things. I really think that if we have to be digitally minded and going forward, that representation in the Senate will definitely play a part, because it could avoid a lot of problems if by passing certain bills that just do a broad brush to solve a problem or some kind of thing like that. When you could refine that and say, but this will solve the problem a lot better if we put a proper database management system in place, if we have proper change management, if we have version control, if we have a longer contract that will not stop when a new government comes in, that kind of thing. Even though it'll be a voice crying in the wilderness, it will still be a voice. And I've seen senators make a difference and basically stop certain bills. I think just up to the other day, a bill gets stopped because they say it don't make sense. Take it back, and the government accused the independent senators of being they were chosen based on
I don't think the
party
bill
affairs.
went back. I don't think the bill went back. The bill ended up passing, but the senators just abstain or something.
Yeah. No, they had to debate it. They had to go back. They took like 3 days before it got passed, I believe, because they asked some pertinent questions, and then the government had to go back and deal with it and then come back, because remember they have the full majority, so they could just do whatever they want in the lower house, and then the upper house is the only place where it could get stopped. That is why the attack happened. So I've seen the Senate do things that matters. So if it was up to me and they were like, hey, we need a technological independent senator, I would vote for you, but I can't vote for you because the senators are chosen.
They're chosen by president,
that's where it get wild and political. I would hate to see if you become political, but there are a few people that just kind of be like, maybe this one might have a little hope. But there's the people that will never be able to get into politics because they may not be able to be so influenced or swayed or whatever the case is. And plus,
not easily influenced by either or party, and I have experience dealing with persons from either or parties as well.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to kind of follow up on, I know last time, and I think I saw you post something about it. We were talking about like the Telegram groups with the revenge porn and stuff like that. Anything ever come out of that in terms of...
Nothing ever come out of that. I did a whole breakdown on it on LinkedIn the other day too, and a lot of persons reacted to it. A couple law enforcement persons had reached out about it to see if they could investigate still, but nothing doing. And even like that whole independence and that was one of the things I wanted to push. Like all those cybercrime laws, like with all these things, there's some very disgusting underground groups here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's not even about the drugs or the guns or anything like that. Just plain like meddling with children and meddling with like doing humiliated women, that kind of thing. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That real disheartening.
It is.
Because just today I was reading about the surge of AI nudification websites where you upload a picture of any female and the AI will create a nude image of them.
Yeah, that's what they were doing in those groups. They were literally just pulling their picture from Instagram, asking, hey, you have news of this girl? No. Yeah. Well, they throw it anything and saying, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, all right. Okay. Anything else you had to ask for, Hakeem?
No, I mean, that in itself, I wouldn't say, it's probably not surprising, but concerning that law enforcement or whoever do have the appetite to protect children. So it probably just show that, that probably have a lot of powerful people who are involved in it. And that's probably why they're touching it.
And there's things I cannot speak about right now. I must go. I must go.
Why? I don't know. Like, yeah. If you have a list of the amount of threats I ever get on social media, I do answer that question.
Hey, the last person threatened me, I sent a picture of his house. He never contacted me again. The man blocked me, yes.
He house from Google Maps Street View.
Beautiful. Google Maps Street View.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really care about the threats per se. I just care about making a difference in person's lives.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So, yeah. Well, let me wrap up there. Thanks for this. Was totally unscripted. We just kind of talk all the way through, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come and update us. And the people that are listening, well, I hope they do. We create a new handle for the podcast, so the Trinity Techcasts are separate from my original account now. So they're taking on a life of its own. Hopefully, one of these videos will go will reach some people that matter, and especially
I'll repost it, or
yeah. No, well, I'll let them send the thing on Instagram where you could share the what's called thing, collaborate now.
Collaborate with me. I'll just accept it.
Collaborate and see, because it real necessary, but real necessary. And we of all people, we understand why it's necessary, because we see it every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, that's it. West Indies out of for 27 today, so I just need to go on. I need to go and talk to some people.
At least it wasn't the worst. To make one more
than what side? At tier side, I can't remember who was the lowest.
The lowest was 26.
Yeah,
out for 26.
Yeah.
So at least they break the record.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the bowling was for 27, and the lowest ever was New Zealand against England in 1955.
Wow.
1955. Wow. Oh, for 27. Anyhow, that's my sports problem that I did leave it. That is it, y'all. Thank you very much for listening to the Trinity Techcast. My name is Andre Charles. You can find me at Make It Simple TT, or all these stuff you'll find at Trinity Techcast on the internet. And Akeem, you're finding him at Trinity Techcast also. And Shivam is Shivam_T. And if you want the real juicy stuff, that's okay. Nah, it's good. It's happened from time to time. And if you want the real laid out stuff, check Shivam Tiloxton on LinkedIn. He's post a lot of long form content there for people to actually read and follow. Other than the short, quick videos that could go super viral, there's also things that could help you in life. So we're going there. Till next week. I ain't too sure if we'll have an episode next week, but we'll figure that out.
Later, guys.
Later.